Hello.
I'm Ivara Shanit, Countess Bruma's steward. The Countess makes policy, leaving the details of administration to me.
You're Sir Humphrey. Wonderful.
Take care.
Can you do any of his lines? No. No. I'm saddened. I must confess, Minister, that the person who was responsible for the variety of crimes of which we are discussing would be discussed by a present interlocutor by the perpendicular pronoun. That's not the full line, I'm aware of that. It saddens me. I haven't watched Yes, Minister in a while, I should watch it again. It's highly entertaining. Not something you'd normally want to say about three old men sitting around a desk talking, but, you know.
Greetings to you.
Hello.
I take it you want something.
Yes.
What?
Oh, you're not the person here, are you?
Goodbye. Oh. Hello.
Oh, it's you.
Olaf!
Any new books you've been reading?
I found Istanada's Cosmology at the booksellers. Haven't had a chance to read much, though.
Ah, an excellent read. Though it's been a while since I've read it myself. Let me know how you like it.
That just seems out of place.
Oh, if that's the way you feel.
Hello.
Hello.
What can I do for you today?
I want to... What do you know of Braden Lyrian?
I know I may be out of line by saying this, but I think the city guards may be wrong. It's hard to imagine Braden was a vampire. I could have sworn I saw him outside in the daylight before. Unless he just got that disease very recently, I'd say they were mistaken. When I heard Raynil killed him, I didn't know what to think. But after your visit here, I'm beginning to wonder.
Do you know Raynil Dralis?
I usually don't give out that kind of information, especially to people I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yes?
I was more expecting something along the lines of... I don't know it, but I don't trust him. Because he's the one saying Reynolds a vampire. That's his happy one.
Whatever you want. Good one. Don't be silly.
Ah, that
You're a
was thick.
big fat liar.
Oh, these are the ones he hates. Okay.
It's a bit excessive, don't you think?
That was a mess.
You're... No more. You're frightening me.
Give that one there. That one.
Sure.
That one. There we
No
go.
more. You're...
That one.
Don't... Was that Ike's? That's pretty good.
That one.
Yeah.
That one.
You're a...
That
Was
one.
That...
That
Don't,
one.
Please. Whatever you... I'm not buying that one. You're...
There we go.
All right, I get it.
So how about now with Raynil Dralis?
I usually don't give up. Good journey.
Thank you. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de. I also believe that Braden Lyrian is innocent. I believe that Raynil Dralis may be behind something. Can you tell me if he was here?
What can I do for you today?
Raynil Dralis.
Raynil's staying in the last room down the hall upstairs. Here's the key. I always liked Braden and Arlene. They were a nice couple. I hope you get to the bottom of this, because I don't believe he was a vampire either.
Thank you. Yeah, we may need some assistance. Let's put my hands in the correct position. Apparently, I should carefully search the place for anything suspicious. A shovel? No. Ah, a book. Gellerborn's journal. The 8th day has passed and still there's no sign of the artifact. We've covered most of the remainder of the outer guard tower and scoured the crumbled gatehouse ruins, but not one clue has arisen as to where it may have been buried. It's quiet out here, as if the ruins were paying respects to the alien inhabitants that disappeared here long ago. We haven't encountered anything hostile, but if we do, I think we're ready. The Brotherhood's been in worse scrapes before. Braden paid good money for the information as to our treasure's whereabouts, and I hope it doesn't turn out to be yet another fiasco. This morning, our camp was set upon by some bandits who were protecting what they claimed was their territory. Considering that we outnumbered them 3 to 1, we did very well. Only Raynal suffered a small wound, but that was easily healed by a potion that Braden had thoughtfully brought with him on our expedition. After getting rid of the bandits' corpses, we set out to tackle the largest part of the ruin, the remains of the Great Keep. 2 of the walls of the once mighty structure were collapsed, scattering the telltale whitish rock so typical of the Ayleid architecture in this part of Tamriel. This made our assault on the ruin difficult, as many of the larger chunks of wall were far too heavy for us to move. Braden suggested that we search the centre of the building's foundation for any underground entrances, which was typical for this kind of keep. His guess paid off, and after several hours of backbreaking work, we managed to clear an opening just large enough for us to squeeze through, and enter an ancient stairwell leading down into the ground. We decided to wait until morning's light to begin our descent into the depths of the ruin. After a restless sleep, all of us were quite excited at the prospect of what might lie ahead. Eagerly, we dipped our torches in a fresh container of pitch, lit them, and entered the inky blackness of the stairwell. The stale air was choked with dust and fine grit, a sign that no one had entered this portion of the ruins in a very long time. We became excited, as that meant no other tomb robbers had gotten there before us. The stairwell eventually levelled out into a corridor of sorts that snaked its way to the north. As we carefully walked along, I scanned the floors and walls very carefully for any type of triggers, tripwires, or pressure plates. Such was my specialty. The Ayleid were well known for their cunning traps and protecting their tombs, and I wasn't taking any chances. Braden, the scholar of the Brotherhood, was getting more and more excited as we traversed the passage. He was translating the wall carvings and was becoming certain that we'd finally found the true location of our prize. After walking for several more minutes, we were overjoyed to see what we were hoping to see. The hallway entered at a metal door with the carving of a spider upon it. Now came the true test of Braden's information. The door supposedly had a puzzle lock. By pulling the spider legs in a certain combination, it would unlatch. The wrong combination would spell our deaths, perhaps triggering a collapse of the hallway or some other equally deadly trap. With a shaky hand, I pulled the legs one by one in the order I had memorized. 6th, 1st, 2nd, 8th, 1st. I closed my eyes as there were a few loud clicks, and then the door popped open. We all breathed a sigh of relief. Pushing open the door, I looked in at a huge room with a pedestal at the centre. Sitting on the pedestal, illuminated by a shaft of sunlight from a tiny hole in the ceiling, was our prize. The floor was covered in a huge mosaic of a stylized spider, all 8 of its legs coming to a point and ending up at the door entrance. This was the last of the traps the Ayleid left behind to protect the treasure. Again, if it hadn't been for Braden's skill at acquiring information, we may never have known how to solve this last line of defence. I instructed Braden and Raynal to remain at the entrance and to tie a rope around my waist in case of a sudden pitfall. Carefully, I began to walk on the darkened tiles that formed the 3rd leg of the spider. Sweat beaded on my forehead, as the pathway made by the tiny pieces of ceramic was very narrow at the start, and one slip could again mean instant death. But death never arrived. The information had been correct, and I was able to make it to the pedestal and secure the artifact. Quickly as possible, we made our way back and out into the daylight. Once again, the Brotherhood was triumphant, and it was time to return home. At the tavern that night, we decided to make a pact. We would stash the artifact in a cave not far from Bruma until we researched it further. An item of its magnitude could be very dangerous if mishandled, and we certainly didn't want to sell it without understanding its true value. Braden agreed to contract a local cooper to construct a chest with 3 locks. Each of us would hold a key to one of the locks, so none would have access to the artifact without the others being present. For the rest of the evening, we drank merrily and sang many a song of adventures past and the adventures to come. Oh dear. Oh no, can I take that? What did I do? Right, we'll take that. Ahaha! They all agreed to say each of them took a key. The 2 other members were Braden and someone called Gelabon. I need to find out more about Gelabon. Olaf may be able to help. Olaf.
What can I do for you today?
Gelabon.
Gelabon? That's odd that you should mention that name. Raynal told me that he was the last vampire he hunted. Yeah, that's right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. He said he tracked Gelborn down and killed him. That's apparently why the guards trust him so readily. They had gotten word from Skingrad's City Watch about Raynal and his so-called accomplishment.
Hmm. Are you going to tell me to go to Skingrad? I think that's what we're going. Ah, no. Okay. Gives us another reason to head to Skingrad, though, just to clear Galaborn's name.
Greetings, Imperial.
Greetings! Greetings!
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, so, any new revelations in your investigation?
Galaborn.
How do you know about that? Oh, too many people don't know how to keep quiet about official matters. Very well. The Skingrad City Watch informed us that Galaborn was killed by Raynor not too long ago. Galaborn was a vampire as well, obviously.
Let me show you this journal.
What do you mean you disagree? That's a bold statement. What proof do you have that Galaborn was not a vampire?
I have Galaborn's journal that Raynor had.
I don't know what to say. It all makes perfect sense now. Why else would Raynor have removed this journal from the crime scene in Skingrad?
Why didn't he just burn it?
I heard no mention of a key either. It must have been removed by Raynor from Braden's body before we arrived. To think that 2 innocent men were killed, and that I'm responsible for one of their deaths, I'm speechless. I will rouse the guard and begin a search for him in the city. Meet me at Olev's Tap and Tack in 1 hour.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Do you have any more questions?
Oh, okay, so...
I know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right.
Yeah, we've just had that conversation with him. Whoa. It's about there, and then we flop. Right, so he wants us to wait and tap and tack. Maybe we can get some new spells from the Mages Guild. It is what? Nearly 3:30. So I think we'll try and deal with this, and then take a break. You can summon a scamp. Can you summon other things that you can teach me? No, okay.
Bye.
I think he's just practicing a conjuration. So I was doing that, so I can't really comment.
Well,
No, I don't want training.
good day.
I want new spells. New spells. Oh well. We're going to rest for an hour, because that lets us level. And we're going to level off 3, which is intelligence and health. Sounds good. And we want to boost maybe speechcraft, mercantile, and illusion. Willpower. Yeah, we'll go with willpower. Oh, the secret does seem to be hard work, but it's also a something passion. I should remember to read those. I'm sorry.
Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Do you have any open average lock? That we need to boost our alteration as well. Bound sword. Don't have enough magicka for that. Ugh. Yeah.
Farewell.
So I need to learn everything. Boost all my skills. Right. We are probably not going to... When's the autosave? Oh, that would have just been coming out. Ugh. Oh well. Right, so Olev Tap and Tack. So, well done. I will see what Carius has now. Was it Carius or was it Kyrus or...
How are you?
I've been better. How about you?
No. Is it Olev Tap and
Anything
Tack?
else I can...
Eldratus.
Nothing else I can tell you about him. He comes and goes and doesn't talk to people much. Just look for me if you need anything else.
I waited an hour. He's gone to inform the guard. He said to meet him back at Olive Tap Attack in an hour. I waited an hour.
Well met.
I waited an hour. Let's close these doors. Right.
Go ahead, please.
Have you seen Carius? Whatever his name is. I should have read that properly. Carius. 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 Carius.
Go ahead, please.
No.
Bye.
Do you know where he is? Carius. Carius. No.
How are you?
Should I wait another? Go in and wait an hour. Wait an hour.
How are you?
2 hours.
Better.
You hear
2 hours.
Just before I arrived here, I received a report from one of our scouts watching the roads. Raynal was spotted heading west out of Bruma. The scout tried to follow, but lost him in the mountains.
Okay, west. Are there any caves there?
The only cave to the west that comes close to the one described in Gelliborn's journal is Boreal Stone Cave. That must be where he's headed.
I assume so.
You must get there before he acquires whatever artifact is being kept there and makes his escape.
Yes.
I'm keeping the city guard in Bruma, as Raynal doesn't know we're after him. If he sees a guard, he may panic and run. You're my only hope at the moment. Please, you have my authorization to do everything you can to bring him to justice.
Okay.
If he won't surrender, I think you know what to do. Hurry. I fear you have a day at the most to stop him.
Okay. Let's go and
Please hurry.
deal with him then. Yes, I'm gonna hurry. West gate. Let's go out the west gate and then continue onwards. Is that the west gate? That's the castle. Let's go out the north gate and then head west. Contrast to going out the it's around here, isn't it? In contrast to going out the north gate and going east, which is what we did last time. Hopefully we don't die as much last time, like last time we went into a cave. We could head due west, but it's probably... that could probably get us... just follow the road. I mean... fear you may be needed. I need a proper, better destruction spell. I really do.
This ends here.
Is she healing? I think she is. Stop it. Healing. Good. Wait. Right. Where are we going? Still got a way to go. I'm probably going to end up facing a load of bandits and stuff on the way, aren't we? I suppose my restoration isn't leveling sooner, but I may have just leveled anyway, and I've not been. I haven't been solidly practicing it like I did with the old conjuration.